He is the Sorcerer Supreme and wields black magic against the forces of evil.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we will be exploring the comic book origins of Dr. Stephen Strange. As with most comic book characters, there are often reimaginings and different versions to a character's past. We have chosen to primarily follow the storyline which unfolded in 1963's Strange Tales number 115, which was expanded upon in 1968's Doctor Strange number 169. Dr. Stephen Strange is a prominent and powerful crossover character within the Marvel Universe. However, before becoming a literal wizard, he was a figurative wizard with his hands as a surgeon. A superstar doctor, he credited his success to his rock-steady hands, which never shook or made mistakes while in the operating room. Despite his great skill, Strange was also kind of a dick, caring only for himself and turning down charity work in the pursuit of wealth.
Well, let me clarify the economics for you, Gina. Sensational patients bring recognition, recognition brings money, and money keeps Wellhaven stores open. You should be thanking me.
On one fateful day, he drove off in his sports car to meet with a wealthy stockbroker, whom he believed could make him even richer. Not paying attention to the wet driving conditions, he lost control of his car and slid off of a cliff. Falling for what felt like an eternity, he finally landed beside his totaled car. With his body broken, he lay there finally understanding the anguish that others have felt, experiencing true pain for the first time. Awakening later in the hospital, the good doctor was informed that though his life had been saved, his career as a surgeon was over due to irreparable nerve damage to his hands.
I'll be lucky if I can open a door, let alone hold a scalpel.
Although he could have easily become a medical consultant, his ego couldn't handle having to assist others without receiving all of the glory himself. And so, Strange spent most of his amassed wealth on failed operations, trying desperately to restore what he had lost. His drive to recover his past life eventually led to him becoming a homeless drifter, shunned by his colleagues and friends alike. Then, one day, while sitting in a dockside bar, he overheard sailors speak of a legendary Chinese wizard and healer known as the Ancient One. Pawning the last of his possessions, Strange purchased a one-way trip to the Himalayas. There, he searched tirelessly before being caught in a terrible snowstorm. With nothing left to lose, he continued on upward until he happened upon a temple sitting on the mountainside. Upon entering, he was met by a shadowy figure standing over a pit of fire. Revealing himself to be the Ancient One, the figure told Strange that he was not worthy of help or pity. Enraged, Strange became aggressive, forcing the Ancient One to subdue him with a beam of weightlessness. Left in shock and awe, Strange was finally given shelter by the old wizard, who introduced him to his apprentice, Mordo. That night, after watching the raging snowstorm swirl outside, Strange happened upon Mordo casting a demonic spell with the intention of killing his master so that he could usurp his position and become the only remaining practitioner of black magic. Without thinking, Strange performed an uncharacteristically selfless act and attempted to warn the old wizard. However, Mordo was alerted to his presence and used a magic spell to cast a sheet of metal upon the crippled doctor's face. Just before Mordo could kill Strange, the Ancient One arrived and fought off his would-be assassin. Having unwittingly passed the wizard's test of unselfishness, Strange was chosen to become the aging wizard's new pupil. This was done in the hopes that Strange could one day stop Mordo, as well as any other threat to the world. After extensive training in the mystic arts, Strange emerged as a black magic master and was dubbed the Sorcerer Supreme. Having been reborn with a new purpose, drive, and energy, he returned home to New York, becoming a mystical consultant. Under that guise, he battled countless evils with his newfound powers, which included, but were not limited to, healing, telepathy, teleportation, astral projection, energy wielding, and the ability to produce items and force fields at will. In time, Strange crossed over to other comic book series, where he assisted other Marvel superheroes and even appeared alongside the Avengers. Are you a fan of the Sorcerer Supreme? For more origins of your favorite comic book characters, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
What's this, my mantra? It's the Wi-Fi password.